Let's take a look at Ukemi. Now, a fundamental element of physical education is safety. Being able to practice and compete safely is essential in any sport, and it's certainly in a sport like or an activity like judo. It was Professor Kano himself that introduced a systematic method of falling safely to his newly developed Kodokan Judo in the late 1800s or 1880s. And prior to that, the various Japanese jiu-jitsu systems did not really teach any systematic form of break falls or falling safely. Now, it's essential that we, as instructors, teach the basic ukemi of judo to beginning students.
Step out. Nice. Stay in here. But watch this. Step out a big step with your right foot. Just face my right foot. My right hand down, right in the middle. Point your fingers that way. Okay. The other hand on the outside. Point your fingers forward. All right. And I tuck my chin. I would roll over my shoulder and land. Okay. Can you do one of those? So watch how he steps. Just so he steps out. You don't see hands. Correct. Tuck the chin. He's going to roll over and land on the side.
However, it is true that learning these basic skills can be boring and frustrating for beginners. We've all been there. We've done that. But it's a good idea to make learning more effective and enjoyable when doing ukemi, and productive by teaching ground fighting and newaza and drills at the same time, pretty much. Another video in the series is talking about learning judo from the ground up, and that's what I mean by that. So while they're learning actively, with the beginners are learning their ukemi, it's a great time to teach them newaza skills, the newaza taisabaki, the various basic skills of holding and grappling. It's an ideal time to mix that time in, so you can take some time to work on ukemi, some time to work on newaza, and they're not so bored, and they're being productive in the whole time. You're using your mat time that you have little time really with your students during the week. Use it wisely, and this is a good way to do it.
You can try to wiggle away. You can try to get around the corner if you want. You can try to defend from it. Let's reset these two. Whoever was on bottom.
Good work, Joe. Nice. You guys are doing good judo over here. Excellent.
And another way to make ukemi training more productive and effective is to use different drills for ukemi. And it is going to be shown in this video here, this short video here, where to combine ukemi with training with other exercises during a warm-up. So ukemi is really important, so let's take a short look at some of the things you can do to make ukemi more enjoyable and more productive for your students.
Next drill, we're going to do some rolling break falls all the way down and shrimp back. But we've done this before where we shrimp back with a medicine ball.
Use different ukemi drills to make it more interesting, enjoyable, and practical. Lying on the mat, pounding it can be really quite boring. And as with any skill in judo or any activity, create games or drills to make the activity more interesting and realistic and practical. An example is to combine an ukemi drill, like you'll see in this video coming up, with it's a Zimpo Kaiten front rolling break fall drill. And we're combining it with shrimping exercises using a medicine ball. So be creative in creating new drills and exercises for your students, working ukemi in. They'll get better at their ukemi, and all the while enjoying themselves and getting a good workout.
We're going to do some rolling break falls all the way down and shrimp back. But we've done this before where we shrimp back with a medicine ball. So get a medicine ball, each of you, all right? And come on back down here about midway down to just about where Jake is working out there. So what we're going to do is break falls down, grab your medicine ball, hug it, and shrimp back, okay? All right, let's do that. So get a medicine ball first. Okay? Shrimp back. Get your medicine ball and shrimp with it. Actually, make me do this person here on this thing. Spins around like that.
A good way for your students to gain more confidence and skill in learning how to do their break falls is to teach it in a way that is more practical to them, that they can actually see how it works. And this spinning Ukemi drill is a good example of doing this. And you can think of this as a kind of like training wheels for Ukemi. Much like a child learning to ride a bicycle when they use training wheels, this spinning Ukemi builds confidence in taking a fall for beginners. This is a good a break fall for when students, as they're learning their falls, they can see a practical application of how to fall safely. And when we do this, you'll see in this video, the short video, how the student, as Uke, starts on his knees, and he is thrown over his standing partner, Tori, and it's not such a fearful activity for him. He gains quicker confidence in taking a fall, and I've used this drill for quite a number of years with good success, and the students pick up this fall quite quickly. They become very confident in taking their break falls. And this is a practical Ukemi drill that really does replicate an actual throwing technique, and it's useful for beginners to get the feel of taking an actual fall without taking a lot of hard falls themselves.
Sleeve, lapel back here, or the collar back here, the jacket. I put my heel here, and he's just going to do a good break fall. I'm going to spin him, and do a good break fall, okay? Do one on the right, then I come here, and I do one on the left, and do a left side break fall. Okay? All right, so can I have you guys demo that real quick? You do one right, one left, and then just 10 turns. Okay? Keep it right up. And then do 10 turns on the left. Okay, so watch how they do it. Okay. Pretty good break fall. We'll do some rolling falls in a bit, but right now let's do that. Let's do one right, one left. Let's do 3 rounds of that. Okay? There you go. Right side, left side. Let's do a partner's turn. 3 rounds, guys. 3 rounds. That's all we do.